Hi naturals, my name is Dima. Welcome to the channel. Please, if you're seeing my face for the very first time, kindly tap on that red button that says subscribe on your interface. Next to that button is the bell icon. Kindly tap on it so that you could be notified anytime a video drops on this channel. Next to it is the thumbs up button. That is the only support you can give to this channel. That is the only support you can give to this girl anytime a video drops on this channel. Kindly tap on that button. It's free so that this video can reach enough audience. Also, share with your family and friends if you found this video helpful. All these buttons that I'm mentioning are right there on your interface. Kindly tap on each of them. On this channel, I share a lot of DIY natural hair growth remedies to improve length, health, and thickness. I also share hair tips just as I'm about to share on this video. On today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you few steps to follow to keep your natural hair soft without the use of chemical relaxers. I know keeping natural hair soft can be a bit challenging for most of us, but I'm going to break things down on this video so you can understand perfectly. There are very simple steps that anyone can follow to keep their hair soft without breaking the bank. You know, we are all about affordable products on this channel, which are the natural hair DIY products that we share on this channel. Please do not touch that dial button. Do not skip this video because every step is important. Ensure you watch this video to the end so you don't miss out. Please keep watching. Welcome back. Let's be honest. Every natural wants soft hair. While some possess soft hair naturally, others possess coarse hair that may need some form of treatment to keep it softened. However, I want you to know that soft hair is attainable. Softening your natural hair can be done at home by combining few moisturizing ingredients and also some hair care practices, and over time your hair would be softened. I'm going to be sharing with you few steps that you can follow to achieve soft hair without the use of chemical relaxers. So the first step to keep your natural hair soft is by moisturizing regularly. Once the natural oil that your hair produces gets stripped away, your hair becomes coarse. And once it's coarse, that leads to dryness. Your hair needs moisture to retain its elasticity. You need moisture in your hair to retain your hair's elasticity. And how can you retain this moisture? You retain moisture by replenishing the moisture that was stripped away. You have to buy moisturizers. You have to use either the LCO method or the LOC method, or whichever you like. Use this method to keep your hair moisturized regularly. This season is a season of dryness. Harmattan in Nigeria, winter abroad. This season is super drying and you need to double up your moisture game. You need to moisturize your hair often. You need to replenish that moisture. And how can you moisturize your hair? I've taught that countless times on this channel by first of all hydrating your hair with water or any of the strengthening treatments shared on this channel. Once you section your hair into how many sections you like, it could be 4, it could be 5, it could be 6. Get to each of the sections, spray your liquid, which is the L, first on that section just to dampen it a bit. I don't mean you should drench your hair with water or the treatment that you're using, all those hairsprays and mist that I share always on this channel. You can just choose any of them, spray it on each of the section, but make sure the spray has some moisturizing ingredient in it, just like hibiscus and maybe aloe vera. Follow up with a moisturizing leave-in conditioner. Now here is the trick. If your hair is high in porosity, you need a more creamier leave-in conditioner, a thicker and more creamier leave-in conditioner. And if your hair is low in porosity, just like mine, you need a lighter leave-in conditioner so that it doesn't weigh your hair down. And also, if your hair is fine or thin, you need a lighter leave-in conditioner. There are leave-in conditioners that come in spray bottle. It just doubles up for a liquid and cream all together in one bottle. Shea Moisture have that leave-in conditioner. It comes in a spray bottle. You just spray it on each of the section and then seal in the moisture. There is no moisture without a sealant. Any moisture without a sealant is not moisture. You've not moisturized your hair. If you apply liquid, that is any hairspray or tea or mist, without applying leave-in conditioner and sealing in with moisture, you've not moisturized your hair. Do not count yourself as someone who have moisturized her hair. Castor oil is amazing because it's thick. Castor oil is nice for people with high porosity hair. That doesn't mean that people with low porosity hair don't need castor oil. Castor oil is perfect for all hair types, but is great for high porosity hair. So you can seal in your hair with black castor oil. That even helps with hair growth. Or you can use hair butter cream. Any of those is amazing for retaining moisture in your hair. The next step to keeping your natural hair soft is by prepooing before shampooing. Prepoo, as the name implies, simply means pre-shampoo. A simple treatment you do before you shampoo your hair. You can use oil for this treatment, any oil of your choice, provided they are penetrating oils that can penetrate your cuticles and keep your natural hair moisturized. They include olive oil, castor oil, argan oil, sweet almond oil, name it. There are a lot of them sold out there. You can use any of these oils, or you can combine two of them just to give you extra care for your hair. You can use this to coat your hair prior to your shampoo routine. It's a very simple treatment. This helps the shampoo not to strip off your hair. Now, what this treatment does is that it helps your hair stay soft and shiny even after shampooing your hair, because what the shampoo does is to strip your hair if you don't prepoo, especially when you use sulfate shampoos made with sulfate. Recently, a lot of you skip this process, but you don't know that this step is very, very important. It helps your hair stay soft and shiny. The next step to keeping your natural hair soft is by deep conditioning on your wash days. Deep conditioner is a game changer when it comes to keeping natural hair soft. If you master the art of deep conditioning your hair every wash day, your hair will definitely remain soft. And there are two types of deep conditioners sold on the market. You have the moisturizing deep conditioners, you have the protein deep conditioners. But I recommend you get the moisturizing deep conditioners for this purpose and get protein treatment done, because you need moisture and protein balance for your hair to thrive. Now, a lot of you skip deep conditioners. Most of you think that with DIY hairsprays and DIY deep conditioners, you're fine. you need a store-bought deep conditioner to keep your hair soft. I'm not saying that DIY deep conditioners doesn't soften hair. It does soften hair, but you need a moisturizing, well formulated, naturally formulated deep conditioners sold out there on the market to keep your hair soft. Now, deep conditioners are done on freshly washed hair. You have to pre-poo, you have to shampoo before you deep condition. What deep conditioning does is it helps your hair stay manageable. It helps your hair to stay soft. So if you must keep your hair soft, you have to get a deep conditioner. How do you apply this deep conditioner? If your hair is low in porosity, you need a form of heat so that your hair can absorb this deep conditioner, because your cuticles are tight and you need those cuticles to be raised for these deep conditioners to penetrate and get absorbed into your hair for it to do its work. That is, if your hair is low in porosity. Now, if your hair is high in porosity, I advise you leave your deep conditioner on your hair for an hour. And if your hair is low in porosity, I suggest you leave your deep conditioners for 15 to 30 minutes, depending if your hair is fine or fragile hair. You need to deep condition less if your hair is fine or thin, because this hair type are easily weighed down. The next step to keeping your hair soft is by the use of bentonite clay. I know a lot of you will not know about this clay, but I've shared it on this channel. Bentonite clay not only softens your hair, it revives your hair, it also defines your curls. Bentonite clay is a miracle mask that returns your hair to its factory setting. I have a video on this channel on how you can prepare bentonite clay for your hair. You just get some scoops of the bentonite clay into a bowl. Make sure to use either rubber plates for the mixing or a breakable plate or glass bowl for the mixing. And then you add some proportion of ACV, apple cider vinegar, and some water. Stir this properly and turn it into a paste. Use it to coat your hair. Do not cover up your hair at this point. Just allow your hair for a few minutes and then rinse it out. After rinsing out, your hair will be revived. Your hair will be so soft and super defined. It is a miracle mask and everyone should have this in their stash. Here are a few benefits of bentonite clay. It softens hair, it conditions your hair, it defines your curl, it brings out shine, and it kind of resets and revives your natural hair. And how often can you use this product? You can use this product once every 4 to 6 months. The next step to keeping your natural hair soft is honey rinse. Honey is a humectant. Honey is an emollient. What this simply means is that honey simply draws moisture from the atmosphere, from the environment into your hair, thereby helping you retain moisture in your hair. And how can you incorporate this in your routine? You have to do this that I'm about to say on a freshly washed hair. Measure out 5 to 10 tablespoons of honey into a bowl. Pour 2 cups of water in it. Mix that properly and use it to coat your hair. Cover up your hair with a glossary bag or a shower cap or a heat cap, depending on your hair porosity. If your hair is low in porosity, use a heat cap, and if your hair is high in porosity, you can use glossary bag or shower cap. Cover your hair for 1 hour to 2 hours maximum, and then rinse that off and moisturize your hair with either your LOC or LCO method. That way, moisture will be retained in your hair. Your hair will hardly lose moisture. This keeps moisture in your hair for long. I'm going to be sharing a video on how to make this, but with this explanation, I believe you can do it on your own, even without seeing a video. Here are a few reasons why your hair is hard and coarse. Number one, your hair is dry. If your hair is dry, that means there is no moisture in that hair and it needs to be moisturized. Whenever your hair is dry, it means that there is no moisture in it and you need to replenish that moisture. And if you don't, your hair will start breaking and shedding. So moisture should be in your hair at all times. Another reason why your hair is hard and coarse is that you do not deep condition enough. Most of you depend on DIY products without deep conditioning your hair. You feel that some DIY products are enough to keep your hair moisturized. You feel that you can skip deep conditioning treatments. You don't deep condition enough, that is why your hair is dry, and you need to start deep conditioning, especially on your wash day. You shouldn't skip deep conditioning treatment on your wash day if your hair is high in porosity. Ensure you deep condition enough. Also, on the other hand, if your hair is low in porosity, also ensure you deep condition your hair at least twice a month. If you don't deep condition enough, your hair will be dry, coarse and hard, and you won't be able to manage your hair. So you have to start deep conditioning. You have to up your moisture game. Another reason why your hair is hard and coarse is that you use too much protein in your hair. Whether your hair is high in porosity or low in porosity, the protein level in your hair should be at the optimal point and not on the high side. Make sure that the treatment you're using is not packed with a lot of protein as to dry out your hair, because what protein overload does is to make your hair coarse and hard. That is, it means that you're using too much protein. If your hair is too dry and coarse, check your products. Check that you're not using too much of protein. Check that you're not packing too much protein in your hair. For your hair to do well, it must have a balance of moisture and protein. These two must be balanced and not one-sided. If moisture is raised and protein is low, your hair will run into moisture overload, what we call hygral fatigue. If the moisture level in your hair is high and moisture is low, you run into protein overload, whereby your hair becomes stiff, hard and coarse. So you need a balance of the two so that your hair can thrive and do better. I have a lot of DIY products shared on this channel. Most of my DIY recipes are moisture protein balance because I research and I'm very careful of what I put out there so that people with high porosity hair and low porosity hair can benefit without running into hair issues like moisture overload and protein overload. In summary, getting your hair to be soft can take a lot of time and practice. Please do not beat yourself up. It's a gradual process, so you have to follow it step by step, and with time you see your hair becoming soft. You just have to be consistent and patient, and over time you see your hair being soft. Practicing conditioning, moisturizing and moisture treatment can give you softer hair over time. You just have to be consistent. You just have to be patient. Keep practicing. Keep giving your hair what it wants, what it needs, and with time you would love your hair. Please try out these steps and see how it works for you, and I'll be right here to receive your feedbacks. That brings me to the end of today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and if you have any other tip or any other step that can keep natural hair soft without the use of chemical relaxers, please do well to drop it in the comment section below. Also, if you have any question regarding all I've shared in this video, also drop it in the comment section below and I'll definitely reply. Thank you so much for being patient with me on this video. Thank you so much for watching up to this point. Please remember to give this video a thumbs up. Remember to share with your friends and family if you found it helpful, and I'll see you shortly.